Hi, welcome to Team Durham TV. I'm here with Beth Barratt, Team Durham Athlete of the Week. She's a canoeist. She canoes for GB Under 21s Canoe Polo. Hi, Beth.
Hi.
First of all, congratulations, Beth, on being selected as Team Durham Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
How long have you been canoeing for?
I started canoeing about 13 years ago.
Okay, great. And do you enjoy all disciplines of canoeing, or is it just canoe polo?
I do compete in all disciplines for the university, but I have to say I'm not a massive fan of slalom or river race. I prefer polo, definitely.
And what about sprint?
Sprint's good, actually. I've done a few sprint races in my time, but it's not exactly my main sport.
Okay, and obviously you compete for the women's side as well as the men's side. How do you find that?
It's completely different playing for the women's than playing with the men. Obviously the men's game's a bit more hardcore, really, quite aggressive. I play a different role in the team, so I'm more of a playmaker for the women, whereas I kind of do whatever I can to help the guys out and they sort of play out. So I'm a bit more of a kind of making runs for them rather than being the playmaker.
Nice. And what was it that made you want to take up the sport?
I started because of my mum. She used to do slalom for the RAF and for her local club, and then she stopped canoeing quite a long time ago. And when she hurt her knee from a skiing accident, she took us to the local canoe polo club. So I started with my brother, and that's how it started. Okay, great.
And since you started, what would you say is your greatest achievement so far?
I have to say wearing red, white and blue was a pretty big up on the list, really. I was very proud to play for GB. So I played for 4 years internationally, and I think I won 3 international medals, and I think my bronze world championship medal from 2010 was my best medal.
So you obviously chose to come to Durham University, continue canoeing. What was an aspect in your decision?
I chose all my universities and what the local canoe clubs were like, and whether or not there'd be good training facilities there. I'd had a conversation with Quentin about the club and what I could do to help them out and what they could give me, and I just thought the facilities here were perfect for what I was looking for.
Okay, you said you spoke to Quentin about how we could help, and you're obviously on a Vice Chancellor's scholarship.
Yeah.
It is very hard being an elite athlete and performing at your best in the classroom and exams. How do you balance that? How do you find that the Vice Chancellor's scholarship helps you?
Well, it's all about time management. The Vice Chancellor's scholarship provides basic needs like physio. I mean, injury can quite often occur. So they've been really supportive of me for giving me that, and strength and conditioning coaching, which is really like quite a key thing for canoeing because you can hurt your shoulders quite easily, as I've found out. But it's also provides you with the money so that I've been able to go to a GB training and go away to the summer competitions. And if you don't go to these competitions, although they're not compulsory, they really do better your play. So it's provided me the opportunity to go and do that alongside my academic work. So.
Okay, great. And as captain last year and this year, you were part of their mentoring scheme.
Yeah.
How has that helped you in the future, really? How do you think?
It's been really interesting. My mentor is James Lloyd from Mayfair Capital, and he's great. He's been really supportive, and I've had to make some quite key decisions in the last year regarding GB and regarding my academic studies, and he's been really helpful with that. Mm-hmm. He's helped me do some time management, and when I took the canoe club to Italy last year with help from my other polo captain, and he helped us have some sponsorship ideas and fundraising and stuff, so it's been great. But I think he'll be really helpful on the career hunt, really. Mm-hmm. He's put me in contact with some really useful people.
So for the viewers who don't quite know what the mentoring scheme is, could you give a little insight into that?
So the mentor scheme, basically, Team Durham have got hold of their old alumni, and they've brought them back in. Those that have done stuff with their lives, that have interesting careers, they bring them back, and most of them are club captains, of sports clubs. So you can really kind of relate to them, and they'll tell you about their time back in the day and how they managed to overcome obstacles. So for example, James took his club to Barcelona and he did a sponsorship thing for that. So it was quite similar to me trying to take my club to Italy. So there's quite a lot of things that they can help you with, although it was a while ago, like they're really helpful and useful.
Okay, great. You also spent a weekend on HMS Bulwark and a leadership training with Team Durham. How did that come about?
I'm not sure how it came about. I think Peter chose some people that he thought would benefit from it. I was really lucky to go on that trip. That was an amazing experience. We basically got to go and play on a warship for a few days, which was pretty good. But we had some really interesting leadership conferences there. We sat in on a seminar where the admirals of the Royal Navy and people were there, which was really interesting. They were discussing their tactics, but also we got to speak to the officers and the younger officers on board on how they approach leadership and how they can learn from things and what we can do better as coaches, players, and in our academic lives as well.
So you found it transferable to the water polo field, if you like?
Definitely, yeah, and because some of them were sports people that we spoke to as well, so I was talking to them about how to be a player coach, because that's something I can sometimes struggle with, rather than just being a bank-based coach, so yeah, it was brilliant.
Okay, nice. So back to your degree, what do you study?
I'm a sports student, so
Okay,
sport, exercise and physical activity.
And do you have any plans of where you want to go with sport? Or?
I'm not really sure what to do in the future. I'm currently thinking about possibly doing a master's or maybe the AU presidencyship.
Okay, great.
But I'd like to possibly go into sporting events in the future, so we'll see.
Nice. And what's next in terms of canoeing for you?
We've got Bucks River Race in a couple of weeks, which again isn't my discipline, but the club are really looking forward to that. We should get a few medals. And then we've got slalom in February and box polo at Easter. And then personally, I've got a few competitions for my local club, for the men's team and for the women's team that start in January as well. Great,
well, best of luck with that.
Thank you.
Final question, why should students watching this who are looking to apply to Durham choose Durham University?
I think Durham facilities are just brilliant. We've got quite a good setup. The new Maiden Castle has got an ergo gallery and stuff, and there's such a variety for all the different sports. I'd definitely say for canoeing, I think it's probably the best equipped university in the country that I've found, having done some research and gone and visited other universities. And the coaching team are really helpful. I mean, we're a minority sport, but the funding and the support we get from Team Durham's huge, so I'd have to say, yeah.
Great, well, thank you for speaking to Team Durham TV.
No
Good luck for the rest of the year.
Thank you very much.